Hi there fellow sea glass lovers, thanks for joining me today. I'm Jackie, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make these sweet sea glass trees. These are small cards. I've been doing a whole series of cards like this that I embellish with sea glass. So today these cards that I'm using, they're 4 inches by 6 inches. All of these are just one piece of fabric that I've done. I've quilted it, done a little bit of beading, a little bit of embroidery, and they're just then sewed them onto a backing, and kind of simple, but they become quite stunning by the time I put a tree on them. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So for these I just have a stem that I use. So for this I am gluing on using Quick Seal kitchen and bath adhesive caulking that is clear, and this works really well on fabric. So here's a little bit of a rock that I have that I'm using for a stem, and then I'm just going to arrange some sea glass, and each piece of sea glass on its own may not look very stunning, but then when you put it together in an arrangement for a tree, it becomes much more interesting. So here's another one, a rock. Now this tree is going to be green. And I've just gone through and picked out a bunch of my pieces of sea glass, and I put them on here. Now the background here looks like the trunk of a tree because of the way I've sewn it. And you can do these all any way you want. They can be fat, they can be skinny. You can use a whole bunch of pieces of sea glass or just a few pieces of sea glass and just arrange them. This one's going to be green. So green and brown are my favorite to use for trees. And each tree is entirely individual because you're using individual pieces of sea glass. So these are very unique pieces of art. So now I'm just going to go through and glue all of the pieces of sea glass into place. Now this Quick Seal works quite well on fabric. So for each piece of sea glass, I don't want to use too much of my adhesive caulk. This goes on white, but it will dry clear. That's how I'll know it's set, when you can't see any of the silicone left. So just use enough to hold it into place, and if any bits seep out from behind, I just use a little stick to clear it off. Wipe this off the fabric. You're not really going to see it if it does dry clear, but still, I don't like having any messy bits there, so I try to wipe off any excess silicone before it sets. And just by having a little bit of space between each piece of sea glass, it gives it a good mosaic effect. So I really hope this encourages you to make some trees with your sea glass. These are so much fun, and they kind of look Christmassy, so I think these will make some nice Christmas cards or little Christmas gifts for people. And I hope you've enjoyed my whole series. I've done a bunch of these little cards with different themes, so if you want to see some of my other ones, go to my playlist of quilted pieces, but you don't have to do this on quilting. You could make sea glass cards on paintings, on photographs, on any background, just a plain background, paper, whatever works for you. So until next time, I really hope that you make it out to the beach, and happy sea glass hunting.